All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it's your brother Bolo VNR, and we are here with another reaction. Um, in terms of voter suppression, in terms of people not being able to vote that was in the line after 5 o'clock, it's a very serious offense democratically and also constitutionally. And so, in that vein, Mr. Wayne Lonesome in this one is going to point out a few things. And of course, um, Mystic Sensation called in. I want to hear what he had to say as well, so we're going to react to all of that. So let's get it, ladies and gentlemen.
You can't go look on the law. See, this bad. This bad. People are win by 20 vote. People win by 100
People
vote.
act rope.
Cheater, it of the hour, if at the hour of the closing of the poll, there are any electors inside the polling station or within the immediate precinct thereof who are qualified to vote and have not been able to do so since they have arrived at the polling station, the poll shall be kept open at sufficient time to enable them to vote. It's not the law. It don't go away close. There's nobody not present. See, they're in the station, actually identified by the presiding officers are within his immediate precinct. So it will tell you you have to keep it open and make them vote. It's a breach. It's a breach. And it's a breach and road for democracy. Mr. Chris Brown win with 20 vote. Other people win like with a 100 vote. 100. 100 and something. You see? So you can't stop these things. You can't do something. That means the voter suppression so real. Yeah, remember them buy vote straight, Them buy vote straight. And me I say to Andrew Holness, if you feel say you do one, you're not supposed to come out at the time. Number one, even the solidarity thing where you're going with. Yeah? Even the solidarity thing where you're going with. You should cover the Mark Golding, the one I know, and the whole team. That appear by vote and thief. And it's there. Remember the mark back up and down and do this, Everybody a catch. Me by you, they never stop me have it on video, you go stop them in your place. And your wife go stop them up there so if you win, if you vote. And a police are work and police nothing. So if you and me are running at the race, oh me remember parliament dissolve, Yeah? We're a competitor. Yeah? We're a candidate. Oh the police we're supposed to know talk to EOJ, EOJ run that. I take talk from Andrew Holness and I take talk from my wife. To block off the people that because them come out in an orange shirt. That is a breach again. When Andrew goes see the amount of people down there, Andrew call police or something go on. If he did go down there, go see Pierre Green. If that skin him teeth, he wouldn't lock it down for 2 hours and plus get back the 2 hours, And then again, suppression. If me I can exercise my right. If you just mark an X. Why is it that when we reach up and we can mark X? Why Brown, why that train people 5 days? And make me come with an ID. Eh? I want me come with my ID, I ask me where my father name and where me work. That's why you're going on the black book. If me come with my ID, yeah, if me come with my ID, see, what kind of foolishness is this? Eh? What kind of foolishness is this? Me come with my ID and you keep up the line. People tell me them vote 5 hours, Yeah? See? 5 hours. This bad happened. Wagwan, brother. Eh, so what? Who? Bolt? Bolt, me don't know about that. I'm going to find me up on my life still. Me big up the people that fight. Big up the people them, man. Because they don't hear voice a long time. Big up the people them, man. That's right.
Mercy Lord. I mean, we're still alive and kicking, so to speak. Run things, let them know so things always are going on. You're out in the wilderness, yes, but we still make progress. Never stop.
Easy. Great things, Great things we bring, brother.
Greetings to
Brother, give them a little piece of note them, please. Just a little piece of that greetings then to them. Because enough of them are listening.
Greetings I bring from Jack to all ragamuffin.
Is! Alright, brother. I'm so shout back, yeah? I'm the thing. I'm so shout, brother. Yeah, man. So shout. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Great half pint that, one of my brother them, Yes. Yeah, man. The one, yeah, man. Great half pint, the greetings, yeah, man. Say? Yeah, man. Live the vibes. See? Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. So I'm doing great things. I'm just well like I'm up in assets. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have other meetings to do around this, but you have to know what to do. See? It's I want them, hey, when you have freedom for your country, our people go through what them go through in a slavery. We don't believe in a selling vote. Yeah? Yeah. We don't believe in a selling vote. We don't believe in a nothing like this. No, them never keep giving it. Nobody now, them can't run a government for 2030, impossible, Who knows who me attack? There is no way. Them are like a stove duck. Yeah, I mean, I ask, I look the country duck. That with all the lies and everything. I be a trouble. I not see it. When they did that, I want to see when I run out and ball for you anyway. Yeah. See? Yeah, man. See, I want to see when I go ball. I know me, and them say, man. See? But it's bad when you have people, exercise them right. I only can go out of the way for this. People are winning with 20 votes. There is no way. Last year, them allow at 5 and run you out of the line.
To fight in Parliament.
Yes.
They are not going to be any run over anymore. And so
enough people already stand here talk about the kids, them and from baby come up and everything there. It's too big. This is garbage. What you say, my brother?
good morning, my family.
Yeah, yes, sir.
To me here is always tuned to the program.
Of course,
right?
of course.
So let me tell you something, and I hear that you're fighting out this, and it's good to show you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mystic Sensation talking to Mr. Well Known Some. And he's going to raise some. I was listening some of it, but then I had to go live. And this was earlier on Wayne Known Some. Make sure you guys go over to Wayne Known Some page. Reggae dub music. Just type in Wayne Known Some and you'll find this. I think him have 2 pages on YouTube. Make sure that you guys go and subscribe, alright? Dorothy said, I don't know why these people who party colors to election day, the PNP should have told their people to not wear party color, but has gone through the gate. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we've learned from this process that we should take from it in strides moving forward. That's how it goes. But let's continue.
In terms of the excellent performance, in terms of what Mark Golden, our committee leader Mark Golden has done.
Yes.
Then that's in terms of uniting the party and bringing the party for 100% win.
Yes.
Right now, giving the People's National Party such strong teeth to bite in Parliament.
Yes.
They are not going to be any run over anymore. And so then this is important. This is the thing what you're pointing out. Let me just address the thing what you're pointing out.
Yes, brother.
It goes to show you the systemic plan and conspiracy in terms of robbing this general election.
Yes.
Right? In terms of voter suppression, you understand, a scheduled time. Now look, because remember, the clip that you play,
yes,
here is just Paul Brown saying to the Jamaican people that, okay, the voting duration is between the period of 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and every persons who are in the line,
yes,
they will be allowed to vote.
Yes.
But the reality on the ground, you understand, was contrary to what he said. The reality on the ground, as we know it, based on video footage and based on evidence that we have,
yes,
that people who in the line, long set of people in the line, weren't allowed to vote.
Yes.
5 p.m. they cut it off. And that is very much significant, and that is one of the reasons why the People's National Party and whoever who are planning now to use the Roper Act to make sure that we get justice for this, because the Roper Act, taking the Roper Act, right, and present it in terms of the breaches,
yes,
that outlined in the Roper Act, then that can reach and get some of these situations being recalled. So I love this topic this morning that you're pointing out, and I love all the people tuning in.
yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Roper Act. The Roper Act is what is being examined. Alright? The Roper Act. So you know that, right? That means that we're gonna have a situation where it's gonna be a legal battle. Ryan Campbell, what's up, my brother? Miss Del Campbell, big up. Is that your wife, Ryan Campbell? Is that your wife? Miss Del Campbell, is that your wife? I don't know. Something just But anyway, let's continue. I'm gonna find the roper up, guys.
And something else, Bible. If you have over 7,000 polling stations, 21% at 7,000. Me not talk over 7, you know. 21% at 7,000 is 1,470, brother. And that's a polling station. So even if you have, remember, you know, Chris Brown win with 20.
So you telling me that 21% of the polling stations had voter suppression issues? Say what now? Alright. He just did the math, but I'm gonna do it myself to make sure that the calculation is accurate. So 1% of 7,000 is 70. And you're gonna times that by 21 to get the amount of polling stations. So 1,470 polling stations had voter suppression issue in are at 5 p.m. reports is that them lock and the people them never get to vote. I'm gonna put a rounded figure of 500 people that didn't get to vote at an average at these 1,470 polling stations. I'm gonna put it at 500 people never get to vote. Times 1,470 by 500. So you're telling me that a potential 735,000, sorry, a potential 735,000 people ever vote? Make we bring it down. That's an average. You're telling me that maybe 500,000 people are get to vote? 500,000? And this election should be lauded as a democratic one? Make we put here at 300. Make we put here at 300. We have put here at 300 people. 1,470 times 300. Yeah, man, make we put here at 300. Alright? 441,000. So me still I work with 500,000. You're telling me that potentially 500,000 Jamaicans didn't get to vote? And you're telling me, based off how close, and this is an average, you know, of person that might have not gotten to vote. It could be more in some polling stations, and it could be less in others. I'm saying on average. So you are telling me that that wouldn't affect the results of some of these seats? That's what you're telling me. You want me to believe that 441,000 potential people did not get to vote. And that is the one that is talking about the 5 o'clock cutoff thing. Don't talk about the delays and the police them a go polling station and people are turn back figure work and them something there. That's our whole nother ball game. We are calling on justice to be served. This election needs to be redone. In the name of Jesus. In the mighty name of Jesus. We are calling for this election to be redone. This is madness. This is not democracy. This is not democracy. I'm sorry. This is not democracy. No, 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 no. Let's continue.
So if you allow the people them to vote, Chris Brown could have lose and could have win with a bigger margin. Allow them, make them vote. Now, so brother, you have some people win with 100. But if you have 100 in a line, each of them line, it will make a big difference better when you turn back. See? Because that lead up to 147,000 people. That means the voting population really came out. And them suppress the voters and give a wrong numbers. Because when it low like this and you send home and you stop them from vote, you give Andrew a chance. This them straight up buyout. You understand? Sell out. It can't happen, brother. It must happen again, brother. See?
Because yes. when you look at it, way,
you can't try to mix up the people's brains
Yes.
talking about voter suppression and at the same time you're talking about voter apathy. It can't be the two. It's either voter suppression
Yes.
or voter apathy.
But what we see, what we saw,
Yes, what we saw on the ground.
voters,
Right,
voter suppression.
suppression.
Thank you.
Right? So then, if you have this masses of people turned up, right, then it simply means that the people came out to participate in the general election.
Of course.
Right? And so then you can't just defranchise these people and then now you want to tell a lie.
Thank you.
To say, well, all right, they did not turn out. They have turned out.
Of course.
They were turned out. And I remember Wayne,
Yes.
right, that we show example of the manipulation as it relates to Holness, right, sending policemen to a particular polling.
But have it, we show it,
right,
yes.
creating intimidating the people and you all sort of nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
You understand why the Prime Minister okay. If you look at the issue of general election, you say the Prime Minister out there doing what Andrew
no, never. And then why do it too?
But we reinforce the point.
Yes.
Saying, look on the internal election between him and Ardley Shah. That's the same thing that he did to Ardley Shah, you know.
Yes.
It's the same thing he did to Ardley Shah. You understand? We are seeing several amount of people and overrun the place.
And nothing to do with the same thing. And thief it. He might thief it up. And same thing you do that, it's about it. Same thing. He love to these things. In toothpaste tax, in dangerous. Yes.
If you have the video with him and Ardley Shah for that internal election,
yes.
You can show some of the people and see and the very same thing he had done.
That him do.
But this time we have to hold his feet to the fire.
Yes, because he moves the state. He moves the state for do all these things.
Yeah.
You understand? He moves the state for do it.
One of the most serious things that we are not looking on, you know.
Yeah.
My brother.
Yes.
Is that Andrew Holness is using the state resources to run his election.
Yeah, JP election and campaign, of course. And by vote.
You want to know?
Yes.
That is what the 1.4 billion participated in, you know, as it relates to direct bars, you know. You understand? In terms of campaigning and buying votes, you know.
Yes.
And that is one of the reasons why we are on direct bars to explain to give us purchase order and invoice.
Yes.
And to account for the money. You understand?
Yes, man.
You can't use the state resources, taxpayers' money, you understand, to fund your campaign and do all of the illegal activities in terms of buying votes. These things are illegal.
But Byron, look on the plan from 2019 with them get rid of the ombudsman or 2020 when she come talk an apartment down. Get rid of she. Them say they spend 60 million now. But the ombudsman in the talk. Not even when Mumako go over Sri Lanka there. So I deal with Pat Moore and intimidate him and kill him. Me not hear ombudsman come out and say no, this qualified, no, this wrong, this. When she done T5 election, she go over there try attack him with her mouth. Eh? No, they move the ombudsman by one. So the ombudsman have no talk, they so no care what them do. Because the ombudsman that come talk about this in the election and how them run out. You hear anything like it, Byron? Yes. Yes. Yes.
So let us break this down for the people. Right? They're attacking 2019 in terms of removing the ombudsman. You hear Andrew Holness continue to say that he's a chess player. All of these things that Andrew Holness is talking about is the ways and means and methods that he's using to poison the system. So this is his chess game. So him claims that him subsumed the ombudsman office into the eating jail. You understand? Under the pretext of that to destroy the ombudsman. Now,
yes.
Now the political ombudsman, right? Providing that you did the political ombudsman did active and stand independent, the political ombudsman would have called out all of these corruption.
Yes.
Yes. That wanted a check and balance and for him to be called out in terms of his level of criminality that he was going to do once he full on the general election. Now, we could go a little bit further. Now, the reason that he claimed that he subsumed the political ombudsman was to the fact that he wanted to save taxpayers' money under the pretext of saving taxpayers' money. But let us look into
spend more money.
How much the political ombudsman would get it? The political ombudsman would get it roughly
million. First them that get 20 million and them did ask 20 million for the office. And them did ask something else, right? But they spend 60 now.
But they spend 60 now. So all of that makes sense. People
am I idiot, you know? Be a fool, better? Yes.
If you're trying to save taxpayers' money,
yes.
You understand? then why your method that you're going to utilize now come at more expense to taxpayers? So we're just saving. They will say, okay, all right, that is lie. You understand? The pretext that you use to get rid of the ombudsman, right, and claim that, okay, the ECJ is going to take up that responsibility. Now, let us start now. This is what we have to talk
See the problem now, we know.
So you guys understand the point he's making? The point he's making is that the move to move the political ombudsman, the idea was to save money. But they spent more money this time. So that really was a load of SHIT. You understand? Let's continue.
Yeah, obviously, ECJ addressing these problems. That's right.
No, but it is, and the ECJ themselves help to steal the election. Them stole the election. So at them come with voter suppression. With the ombudsman in there. We know we have to turn from the ombudsman now. Because they have an ombudsman for 60 million. In their aiding and betting criminality for thief election. In the ombudsman they are thief election, you know. Yes.
Who is the political ombudsman?
We don't know. The one of them brown. Same brown, just brown. Yes. Thief election. Yes.
Who is the political ombudsman within the ECJ office with taxpayers' money? You understand? As to 60 million that's provided for the ombudsman. You understand? We want to know over 60 million have been spent.
Let me ask you something, Byron. Byron, let me ask you something now. So, the ombudsman in the East EOJ. So, the ombudsman, before them stop this, the ombudsman never stop them and say, no, it's illegal for you to stop them 5 o'clock when people in a line. So the ombudsman heads long in that aiding and betting the one of these criminal act. We go to a bigger trouble now, better. A bigger trouble. Yes.
This is one of the reasons why you understand when people are asking, okay, why is Margot doing anything? Yes, let me say to the people. The People's National Party, right? They are taking their time in terms of collecting the evidence, making sure that when we present the facts, right, using the Roper Act, right, and measure all these breaches against the Roper Act, we have a solid case, and so that we can have, right, a recall in many of these PD areas, you understand? Which is going to definitely overturn some of the situation, right? And so then, be patient, people, as it relates to the People's National Party. This is not a rush thing.
No.
You understand? We have to make sure that we collect all the evidence. And Mark Gordon, remember, Mark Gordon, what people need to remember and realize that anytime Mark Gordon bring a case against Andrew Holness in any court, right, they all know who the winner is going to be, right?
Yes.
Mark Gordon always beat Andrew Holness, you understand, on every issue, you understand, in the court. So then, so Mark Gordon knows what he's meticulous, he's well measured, right, and he's making sure that he's dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's, and so then when we present the case, you understand, we have a solid tool. You understand? Mark Gordon just don't do things by arrogance as it relates to how Andrew Holness does things. And it's arrogance in terms of several situations going against the Constitution with its arrogance. That is the reason why Mark Gordon thinks him all the time.
Yes.
So then some people, and you know, when I heard you address certain situations as it relates to the Big Mama and the Drive David wants to try to create a narrative, you understand, to say that, okay, all right, Mark Gordon needs to resign. Mark Gordon needs to resign about what? Mark Gordon has done successfully well. You understand? If you measure Mark Gordon and Andrew Holness' performance in the general election, Andrew Holness failed. What they need to look at, two persons went to the election war. Let us call it the election war.
Yes.
On the battlefield. You understand? Mark Gordon, right, absolutely slew 14 of Andrew Holness' men. And Andrew Holness was not able to slew one of Mark Gordon's men. So let me ask the question, who wins?
Mark Gordon. But hear this, brother.
And that's an excellent point from our Mystic Sensation. Kevin, big up. Two things. I said this to you guys. Just relax. Calm down. Even callers that called earlier. I said relax, calm down. What is going to happen is you're going to see in the press conference that we're waiting on from the People's National Party, you're going to see an organized People's National Party, ladies and gentlemen. They're not going to come out without the facts and the evidence. That's not how they operate. They are legal minds. So I just ask the people them, exercise confidence and patience. Alright? They have showed their track record when bringing things to court. They are absolute winners. Don't it? Can we all agree? Can I get an amen in the chat? The People's National Party is absolute winners when it comes on to bringing things to court. Anything to do with the Constitution, anything to do with any law, anything at all in regards to defending the rights of the people. And this is another moment, ladies and gentlemen, where the rights of the people need to be defended. Rights of the people that were suppressed from voting. The ROPA Act. There are certain things in there that clearly states that, these things should not happen in an election. Once they have the evidence, ladies and gentlemen, of those particular things, game over. Game over. You're going to see some shifting. All right? Yes, there's a press conference that the People's National Party is supposed to do today, and I am looking all over for it and waiting on it to start. All right? But let's continue with this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait a minute.
I will ask it, I will ask again. So, him go so close, them have to thief, them have to do this, them have to do voter suppression, send home the people them. Because him have win, if you don't send home them people, then I know. Me not ask you. So, them know, so the voter them really turn out to put out Andrew. Him cut off over 1,470 polling station. Over that. 20 vote win by 20 vote. Yes. So, you understand, 100 hard vote. He makes sure cut them off in the last. But keep the Red Bars last year open to try win the council seat. That thing doing up.
Exactly.
9 o'clock in the night. People.
Who remember when Daryl Voss said 9 o'clock in the night, people still have vote? 9 o'clock. 9. And the man them lock off. The man them lock off polling station 5 o'clock on that. People, trust me, justice will be served here.
In a line, and the line long until 12 o'clock for them vote. If you make it stay open until the last one, from as long as them the line. So I remember now one polling station and do this, them do to 21%.
Exactly.
The voter turnout was high. So the local media, brother, them run out with a narrative. Oh, the people them turn off. That was a lie. See? Let me tell you about the news and catch the people them. Somebody round the eye call me. I know say the eagle fly all about it, brother. And them say, say, them want the police them when they go and have. You notice before this, like a day or so before, 40 police, how much police get promoted. I feel them thing here, do what them do, When you look, you see, they want Kevin Google to Blake. I keep a police show, figure send police and technology. Pick a them thing at him do. Him a part of it. He was a teacher. I'm asking about the belly we drop. And him run with police, give me the whole information on it. He is not a commissioner. He is a JP operative. I'm going to deal with him as such. Because the police them to push him out. Him not do police training, him do teacher training. See? Him to go away. Jay? Yes, brother.
We have to make a reference as it relates to Andrew Holness playing chess.
Yes.
All of what you're seeing there is Andrew Holness chess move. You understand? And in Andrew Holness chess move, you understand?
Yes.
How we think. Who we need to control and who we need to manipulate. Because
yes.
if you control the DPP, and people must understand the significant reason as to why the temptation always beat the DPP.
Yes.
The DPP has to be exposed and the DPP has to be punished. And one of the reasons why the upkeeping of a society as it relates to its checks and balance, guardrails, you understand, as it relates to the protection of the law.
Mm-hmm.
DPP looking left and not participating in terms of aligning itself with investigators to make sure that they prosecute these behaviors and these events continue.
Yes.
And so that is the fundamental wrong in terms of the DPP. And so then look going forward, you will have the DPP, right? And the 26% situation where the DPP right now collide with Andrew government. Now the DPP is not a DPP for Jamaica. The DPP is now a political operative.
For Andrew, yes.
So what we have to understand, right? The fundamental way going forward, we have to have a DPP, right, who is independent of the politics. If we don't have a DPP that is independent of the politics, you understand, it is the same old.
Yes.
And so then we have to make sure that we choose a DPP that is going to call a spade a spade.
Yes.
Now, what we have seen there, right, if you notice, right, the three DPP that they have selected, you understand, from the so-called pool of DPP, and then let's be quick, because all three DPP that I'm looking at, right, they are in support of a JP administration. You understand? The three DPP that they have there, you understand, mostly affiliated with the Jamaica Labour Party. So guess what? If you think that okay, it is only Keisha Prince Kamika, right? It's one that we need to watch. No. Also, Thompson, you understand, is someone, Thompson is the protege of Carla Lewin.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, and the other person there, you understand, I'm not calling him, you know who he is, you understand, he also, if you notice most of his comments, you understand, in support of the GLT.
Yes.
Guess what? You see what they've done?
Yes.
They have streamlined, you understand, and make sure that the three DPP that left to choose from, you understand, they are the operative. So any one of them select at the CMO, and this is the trick way. All right, let me ask you a question. Have we seen Cathy and Pike there? No, they make sure that Cathy and Pike is out of the game because they know that Cathy and Pike don't stand, you understand, for answers.
Yes.
Hey, we need to do a petition. Miss Pike for the EPP. We need to do a petition. We need Miss Pike for the EPP. She's not on the short list for the EPP. But we, the people, need to go out there and push for Miss Pike for the DPP. She's the one that opposed this wicked DPP and called her out on some whole heap of things. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. You understand? Anyway. So all of the DPP, then when them have shortlisted is alleged to have some type of JLP connection. It wouldn't surprise me still. It wouldn't surprise me. Let's continue.
Cathy and Pike was to call a spade a spade. And so then do you see Cathy and Pike, you understand, in the final breakdown of the DPP who's to be selected? No, Cathy and Pike is not there, so it goes to show you again the biasness going forward. These three DPP that they have highlighted, all three of them need to be rejected. All three of them. Don't fool yourself, Wayne. And believe that, okay, all right, we can, if we don't choose Keisha Prince, Kamika, as well. This is the way how they set it up. The three DPP that left there, you understand, affiliated with the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yes.
And so
they know nobody never choose she, but they want to put in one. Well, I choose them same way. But they want to put up this and say, oh, they want to cuss out cheese, so we're going to give you one here. I'm going to treat them. You're right.
Exactly.
Yes.
So there is Cathy and Pike in all of this.
Yeah. So then I put up Cathy.
That is independent of politics.
Yeah.
No, they don't put in Cathy and Pike there. Cathy and Pike is not there. Because guess what? Cathy and Pike leak out against the status quo of corruption.
Yes.
They make sure that Cathy and Pike is picked from out of that. So we want to show the people that any one of these three DPP pick,
yes.
You understand, it's clear results you are going to get. None of them, not one of the three, you understand, actually have any sort of independent approach within the process.
Well, I could deal with Arvin, like I would never call film name yet. I'm a brethren call him name. So Arvin, let me tell you something. Let me say something to you, and it better sound bad. Believe it. Your name calling no. And me do without calling your name. But your name call on a list.
In terms of this, what Mystic is saying, so he talked about the People's National Party in terms of being meticulous and not just running out and keeping a press conference without them taking some time out to gather some evidence so they can come to the people and let us know, listen, this is what we're about to pursue. All right? Because we have found evidence here and here and here. The DPP, we already know so the DPP is compromised. But now they're trying to put in another compromised DPP. And I'm saying, where's Miss Spike? Where's Miss Spike? That's a no-nonsense DPP that went against this DPP. Why isn't she shortlisted to be DPP? She should be the most experienced person. I don't know, Catherine. I don't know when it is. All right. But one of the other alarming things in this was the 21% of polling stations in Jamaica that closed exactly 5 o'clock, allegedly, or before. That comes up to 1,470. We know that Jamaicans are late for everything. All right? We know Jamaicans are late for everything. So, the people Miss Spike. Yes, Miss Spike for DPP. So, the people are going to there in a line when 5 o'clock come. So, the law states, right? The law states that they are supposed to allow them to vote, right? That's the law. And we remember when Daryl Voss said up to 9 o'clock people were still voting. I think it was the local government or the general election before this one. So I don't understand. There will be a battle in court. That's for sure. There will be a battle in court. Alright? So the Representation of the People's Act. I then call it ROPA Act. ROPA. That makes sense. ROPA, yeah? The ROPA Act. You guys can look it up. The Representation of the People's Act. I'm going to read it to myself. It'll take a while to load up on my screen. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the points that Mystic Sensation made in calling, Mr. Wayne Lonesome. Go and watch the rest of that video. It's on their page. It was this morning, the 9th, the 9th of September. All right. Blessings. So tomorrow 9/11, right? Very interesting day in our history. Anyway, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about that.